So I think one thing I always bring back to is the mission that we are working on, protecting the American health and the environment, right? And our CIO Ann Duncan usually says that the pollution does not stop at the boundaries, which means what we are doing at EPA is going to touch the life of everybody on the planet, and NOVA is the same case. Now, when I think about this problem, I think one of the things, at least I'm trying to think about from the perspective of creating an ecosystem. And what I want to do is, or what I see EPA leading is, creating an ecosystem for environment-related analytics and data set. And I see this living in the cloud computing world because recently I was presenting at the Strata conference in California and talking to different data scientists and the companies like Uber, companies like Databricks, companies like Google, Facebook. And one of the things that I see is there is a tremendous amount of excitement around the use of open data or the data from the government for creating products that can help the American public or people to make the right decisions. For example, wouldn't it be great if you have an app that shows what is the air quality of this neighborhood that I'm standing? So with that in mind, one of the things that we have started doing is publishing our large volume data set onto the cloud computing platform. And we had a agreement with Amazon recently where we published a 3 terabyte data set that shows the air quality of US from 1988 to 2015. And that's not a data set that we have collected. It's a result of a simulation. So what we see happening is in future, we will have these analytical platform that will exist in the cloud that will create an ecosystem for people to use that data set to create products. And at the same time, I see this as a ecosystem that is not going to be EPA alone. I want NOVA to be a part of it. I want USDA to be a part of it. I want everybody within the federal government who is using some kind of an environment-related data set to be a part of that platform so we can create that successful collaboration to create products for the agency or for the government and for the American public and also for enabling the economic growth of companies.
Excellent.
And finally, what we are doing in this direction is Jeff Chen, he is the chief data scientist for Department of Commerce. So I'm having conversation with him to identify what can we do from a collaborative project to show the value of sharing data from the commerce, which includes NOAA, which includes NASA, which includes census. Now working with NIH to see how we can bring in healthcare data set. Phil Bonney is the chief director for data science in NIS, similar with CDC, similar with FDA. So it's not a future I'm talking about, but we are already moving towards that direction. So I want to see this happening on a faster time frame.
Basically working to create a better world.
Exactly.